I don't know why that's always such a problem. Like, I got to remember to set it up way ahead of time because I have it all set up, and then like you click on it, and it says that it's waiting for me, but I'm there. So it's almost like it's talking to me in third person or something. So is it still just you? Ah, hold on. Look at that. There's two people in here. Anyway, I'm sorry I was a bit late there. Every time I schedule these, I have trouble. I just can't seem to. I just can't seem to figure out where I got to be to hit to go live. It gets a little bit crazy. But if you don't mind, I'm going to wait a little while for see if anybody else wants to come along and talk about it. Damn it, boy, country boys, hi, hi, wife. Just took a sip out of my mug and realized that the label's still in the bottom from when I bought it. Hmm. Oh, now more people are coming in. Anyway, I wanted to talk about some changes we're making to the channel here, and not in a bad way. We're still going to do the cool stuff. We're just going to. I need to try to organize it somehow. Yeah, I'm kind of all over the place with everything, so I want to stick to like four different categories. It doesn't mean I won't throw something in there every now and then. Roll this up. The sun just went down. I'm in Iowa. The sun just went down. All of a sudden, it got real cold. But yeah, I just want to organize some things. Like it doesn't mean I won't do extra things now and then. Throw something in there, like the last video I did about the ELDs and everything. Uh, Mr. Heisey, how are you doing? Yeah, the last thing I threw in there about the ELDs and stuff, that was just a story I was a little bit disgusted about when I saw it and decided to do a video about it. And but I have people, I was at Matt's. Now, Mid American I go to every year, so that's actually a lot of content there. There's so much going on. I put all the trucks, except when I was just driving around, but actually I did everything in shorts this year. And I think I'll do that again next year. I actually like that. But there's a couple other things I've been wanting to do, and I'm like, but what do I do? I got to do it now or then, and things are all over the place. So I said, I just need to schedule everything. I need to have everything on a schedule. I need to be like my wife and make sure that everything has a time stamp on it. Sorry to call you out there. That's where me and my wife are very different. She is the person that I don't really plan vacations. I just, we discuss where to go, and I know she'll have a plan for it when we get there. Um, but yeah, I need a plan for this. So we're going to have certain days. Um, so why am I sitting at a truck at the world's largest truck stop holding dog treats? Well, we'll talk about that. I just had them delivered, by the way. You can have everything delivered to your truck now. I'm at Iowa 80, the world's largest truck stop, and I ordered off of Instacart. They brought some food to me. I needed paper towels. They'll even deliver water to you. Water. They'll deliver that to you. But yeah, I had a big bill, so I decided to get the dog treats too for my upcoming plan. So let me tell you what we're going to do here. I'm going to stick with what I've always done or what I've been doing for a while now, which is the history stuff. And I love the history stuff. I actually thought about doing this because I got into doing uh, trucking companies, and then I got into doing manufacturers. And I thought, well, maybe I should have a trucking day and a manufacturer day. There's just no way. There's so much work that I put into that. Yeah, Rich Strang, you don't have to worry about me spending a lot on Chrome here. My wife will tell you she knows I'm perfectly safe here because this place is so ridiculously expensive. It's a lot of fun here, but as far as Chrome prices here, they are outrageous, outrageous. And yeah, uh, she doesn't have to worry about that. I do have a pet dog. Um, but he stays at home. He's a mama's boy. Anyway, so on Sundays, we're just going to call it History Sundays. And basically, I'm going to do a story, and I'm hoping to get them to where they're a couple out. I'm going to have one for this Sunday. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Ace Doran. I've always called it Ace Duran, but we were at Mid American Truck Show, and for the concert, actually, the president of Ace Doran was on stage and called it Ace Doran. And my good friend, who is, I became friends because he's a YouTuber and he's into heavy haul, not heavy haul like you, Mike Heisey. Does 6-axle, mostly machinery on a LGN, and but he's with Ace Doran. So yeah, I think that's the next one we're going to do, only because I want to do one on Bennett. And Bennett owns Ace Doran. Bennett is also a woman-owned company, which I've only actually done one other woman-owned company. I was going to do another one, Meadowlark, and well, they went out of business. That really sucked. But we are. So I'm pretty sure I've been working on this for a while. I'm pretty sure the next one's going to be Ace Doran, which I want to do, and then we'll see from there. Oh, hi, Richard. Well, that's okay, Richard. Watch it later. Actually, you have my phone number. You can give me a call later if you want, or tomorrow. I'm actually going to be at Iowa 80 all weekend, and yeah, Richard's a big fan, and he sent me. Actually, one of these days I'm going to put him on one of the videos. He sent me some pictures of his first. He was a car hauler, and sent me some pictures of his first truck. Yeah, so History Sunday is going to be whatever history it is. You know, I've done some decades videos, and I was spacing them out. Actually, I'm due to do an 80s video. You know, trucking in the 80s. There's some other trucking companies I want to do, some other manufacturers. You know, Mike Heisey, as you know, we live real close to Rettenauer. People really love the Fruhoff story, and I never really thought the trailers could be so interesting, but they are, you know, where Fruhoff came from, and then where Rittenauer came from. We find out he actually was building trailers in his backyard. Yeah, that's all pretty cool. Tuesday is going to be Taco Tuesday. What that means is I'm going to buy as many tacos as I possibly can, and you guys are going to watch me eat them. That sounds awesome. No, it's actually going to be called Trucking Product Tuesday. I was originally going to call it New Product Tuesday, or New Product, but I'm going to call it Trucking Product because it could be like any product, just stuff that could help you in the trucking industry. And actually, I have one. You see, the sun was up when I had this. This was actually sent to me. Now, I'm not saying the stuff is going to be always sent to me. This was actually sent to me to try out, and it's a mini dash cam, and it's mounted to my dash right now. And yeah, so I've been working on a video on that. That'll be coming out this Tuesday for the first ever Trucking Product Tuesday, and it could be anything, you know, we're talking about. Just you know, I see something I like. I did a product review for something recently, and it was something that somebody sent me so that I would review it, and I told them ahead of time, just like I did with this dash cam. I'm going to be honest about it, and I didn't really like the product, and I am going to do I'm going to do a follow up to that. This dash cam, though, little sneak preview. I am just ecstatic with it. Definitely watch that video because this thing costs less than $150, and yeah, it's just it's incredible. I've really liked it. Damn it, boy! I don't know if they use binoculars or not, but probably not for legal things. I know if I need to find a delivery, I just look at it on Google Maps. Um, anyway, Thursday is Road Dog Thursday. I've been wanting to do this for a while. For those of you guys that are still truck drivers or we're in the past, man, I wish I wasn't on the computer. I could turn around. There's a beautiful, just incredible W9 pulling out of the parking lot here. Anyway, yes, I am going to, I just wanted to do this when you're just walking around. People are out walking their dogs. I meet so many dogs. I meet so many people. They're so happy. They're always on the road. It's not just, I'm going to call it Road Dog Thursday, but uh, it's got to be all pets. Well, we've met some other pets. We've met I don't know, one of them big birds that can talk. I've seen them riding trucks. Pig, remember Hamlet, honey? We were at it was a Landstar party, and hi Dad. We were at a Landstar party in Jacksonville, and it was after late at night. We basically owned the parking lot, and yeah, a couple comes out with Hamlet, and Hamlet was a small pig, and that was their pet. I know a lot of people have cats in their trucks, so this is not limited to. We'll just call it Road Pet Thursday. We're going to do, and that might be a 5-minute video. It may be a 20-30-minute video, but all we're going to do is walk around, talk to people, and when they're out with their pets. Because that's a growing trend. And actually, I'm sure you know this, Mike. I know my dad knows it because his name on here is Life on the Road with 3 Dogs. A lot of these places now, especially government places, if you have pets in the truck, you can't haul their loads. They won't even let you on the property. And what they want you to do, get rid of your pet, to haul a load. Like, is it paying that much? Like, oh yeah, I'll drop them off at the SPCA, and I'll come pick your load up because it's that important. Whatever. Anyway, Fridays are going to be free for all Friday, and basically that means just whatever I was doing, and probably the week before. There's no way it's going to have to be backed up by a week, a week behind, basically like your paycheck when you get your first job. All right, S. Klinger. Well, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. But yeah, so basically that's the change we're going to make here. We're History Sunday, so that's going to be the videos that everybody loves that I've been doing. Taco Tuesday. So Terry said I should be eating a taco while I'm talking about a trucking product. Road Dog Thursday. That's just going to be a fun thing, seeing some dogs and well, tell your grandson happy birthday. That's awesome. 10th is a big one. Water delivered by Instacart. But yeah, Free for All Friday is just going to be anything. Anything I did throughout that week that was, interesting loads. I mean, I videotaped a bit of this last load I brought out, and it was, it was roofing material. It was, paid real good. It was a great load, but I already did a video of me strapping down roofing material, and actually my next load is going to be roofing material. I'm heading up to, I'm in Iowa now. I'm going to be heading up to Minnesota I'm delivering Eagan, Minnesota, which is a suburb of Minneapolis, on Viking Lane or Viking Boulevard. For those of you that know me, you know why that's important. I would have had my hat ready if I had thought about it, but I don't know where it's at. But yeah, just you do Instacart at the truck stop. Do you tell them where you're parked and what your truck looks like? Yeah. Sometimes they ask different questions. I've done it quite a few times, and a lot of times I will get out like I did today. I'm actually parked. Again, if I was on my phone or something, it's at the computer, it takes too long to move. Let me see if I can do it here. I'll move the computer. I'm actually parked right over there is the fuel islands and everything. I'm actually parked at the best place to see all the large cars pulling in and out and hopefully get some shorts material. Actually, the worst place for my dad to park because I am the farthest away from any grass in here. So I'm actually going to have to take a walk tomorrow, which is good. It's supposed to be beautiful to look for some of these dogs because I guarantee you nobody with a dog is parked anywhere near me. But so I get out ahead of time and I take a picture of my truck and where it's sitting. So he at least knows what my truck looks like and the general area where it is. This one was a bit rough for him because this is the world's largest truck stop. So he did call me, and I told him, I said, go this direction. And then once I saw him, I said, I'll be standing out front of my truck. Yeah, real easy. It's great. Um, but yeah, anyway, I don't have too much more to talk about. We talked a little bit about Mid America, and I hope you guys like them videos and everything. I just wanted to tell you about some changes that were coming to the channel, and I know some people are disappointed I haven't done a trucking company or anything like that for a while. And yes, he did get a good tip. Actually, I always tip. Um, yeah, I always tip 10%. And the reason I don't tip more than 10% is because they give you the back end offer. So they ask you for a tip up front, and I hate tipping up front for service you didn't get yet. Which, by the way, I've never had bad service from anybody from Instacart. Great service all the time, great communication. But I really hate that thing. Why would you tip up front? Tip is something that's a gift later. So actually, usually I tip 5%. This time I tipped 10% because, well, I couldn't tip on the whole order. But so I tipped 10% to make it right. And then after he delivered, I added $10 to it because he was here. Geez, I mean, he was here an hour early, and he managed to get everything on the list because a lot of times they don't get everything on the list. But yeah, Instacart in the truck drivers that are out there that are um, if you're out there and you're wondering, like, where do I get the food, or got to unhook and drive to the grocery store, which I do. I do unhook and drive to the grocery store. When I was doing my securement class in Dallas or Fort Worth, I unhooked. I went to Walmart and got a whole bunch of stuff. But like here, I'm in Walcott, and there is actually no grocery stores near me. It's actually like 12 miles to the nearest grocery store, which is a Hy-Vee, Hyvee. And so at that point, I'm like, well, till I drive 24 miles round trip, in something that gets, well, it might get 8 miles a gallon, on that. But I'm like, just order it. I'll do it here. And after I ordered it, I was cleaning the truck. I actually took a half-hour nap. It was, I'd rather just have it delivered. That was pretty nice. Um, yes, DoorDash will deliver. I have a funny story about DoorDash. I was at the only time I've ever used DoorDash. Now I will again if I need it. I was in Carlisle, and I know that's close to home, but I used to do a dedicated run. I would run out of Carlisle out of Mechanicsburg up to Albany, New York area, Gilliland Center. Come back down, and I would sleep there at night. Well, a load got held up, and it didn't make sense to go home. So I was in the Bobtail parking lot. I dropped my trailer at Whirlpool, went to the Bobtail parking in Petro, and I woke up, and this was during COVID. I was in such, you know what? Hold on, it's getting dark here. Let me see. Um, Anyway, I was in such a mood for Arby's, but Arby's was across the street. Anybody who's been to the Carlisle Petro, there's an Arby's across the street. But only the drive-through was open. So I actually did consider going over there and walking through the drive-through. I mean, me and my dad have walked through drive-throughs. We actually did it on Orange Blossom Drive in Florida at 1 o'clock in the morning at a McDonald's. But Orange Blossom Trail, yeah. But anyway, so I just went on DoorDash and I ordered it. And yeah, the guy went through the drive-through, got my food, and brought it over to the Petro for me. And it cost me whatever it did. I just was in such a mood for Arby's and was really just, I don't know. Now I feel like we're getting back to a point where we're almost forgetting the way it was there for a year or so. But yeah, I did use DoorDash to deliver to the truck. I have friends that have used Yeah. Oh, I don't doubt that at all. Yeah, I have friends that have used Uber Eats, DoorDash. There's another one. I forget what the other one is that got involved in that. But yeah. DoorDash delivered to dock door delivering loads. Yeah, I remember another time I was in. Then this was before DoorDash and everything. It was a load. I was actually at a marshaling yard in Philadelphia, and it was never supposed to take as long as it did. I didn't know how show loads work, and I didn't bring any food. Obviously, I'm only an hour and a half from home, so I ended up eating like 4 meals in a row came from the same pizza shop that would actually deliver to the marshaling yard because anybody else nearby was like, no, we're not dealing with that, finding the right truck and everything. But there was the one pizza shop that would. And but yeah, it's just amazing all the things we can have delivered. I mean, when you think about it, you can get it. I mean, you always could. You had cabs, and in Walcott, I could probably get it, but you know, middle of Kansas, where you're going to get one, but you'll probably still find an Uber driver. There's probably still somebody on the Uber app that's just sitting at home waiting to charge you a lot of money to go pick you up because you're the only person in the middle of Kansas that wants some. But yeah, you can do just about anything now. It is really nice. It is really nice the way it all works. Um, but I don't want to hold anybody up. I appreciate you guys coming to this, and those of you that are watching this afterwards, because I actually only gave about 45 minutes notice on this. I wasn't sure if I was going to do it tomorrow or not, but I decided just to put this out there tonight. People that want to watch it after the fact can watch it to see what changes we're making. But we are not changing. We are still doing the trucking companies, the manufacturers and everything. I just need to organize a bit. So I also need to hold myself accountable to get it done and, get material backed up. In fact, I am planning to have 2 History Sundays done this weekend. And actually, the Trucking Product Tuesday, I'm doing the dash cam that was sent to me, which I love. I love the dash cam. Not because it was free, because if it sucked, I'd tell you it does. I just love this dash cam. While I'm eating a taco, Trucking Podcast Tuesday while eating a taco. Okay. Anyway, and then Road Dog Thursday is just going to be, just me meeting dogs, owners and their pets, not just dogs. Yeah, me meeting their pets. See, I'm prepared for it. Actually, well, I shouldn't say my wife's on here. I paid $17 for this. I mean, this is honey, the dog can't see me holding this up, can he? I don't need Gary seeing me holding it up. 40, this is 40 ounces. So I am prepared to make some video. And then, like I said, Free for All Friday, we'll just talk about, what happened that week. I'll come on, what if I delivered interesting loads or whatever. If I was at home, I mean, I'm working on this headache rack at home that's going to be hopefully pretty awesome when it's done. And I got a couple other projects going on at home. Make-A-Wish Convoy's coming up. I want to talk about that. By the way, Mike, you're local. Your truck would be great in the Make-A-Wish Convoy. Well, not your trailer though. Yeah, there is a low point on that trip. Anyway, though, but yeah, I'll talk about all that in upcoming videos. But I'm just trying to organize it a bit more so that you guys know what's coming out. By the way, I think I'm going to schedule all. When I put the videos on, I'm going to schedule them for 8 o'clock at night, so they'll come out at 8 o'clock at night. And that's basically just based on the analytics of the channel when people are watching the channel the most. Except Sunday. Obviously, Sunday is a day up in the air, so I might do the History Sunday a bit early. People that are ready for work the next day, and no, damn it, boy, I can't imagine that it helps at all. I actually, while I'm talking about this dash cam on the video, I talk about how I keep the mic off on it. It doesn't record my voice because I can't honestly think of anything that I'm going to say, especially in a bad situation when that's happening. I can't think of any situation where what I said in the cab or my voice in the cab would have helped. you know, actually, if my dad's still on here, he was in an accident a number of years ago. And it was actually a Corvette wiped out on an icy road in front of him, and he hit him. He was going the speed limit, hit him. He had the dash cam footage from it without sound, showed his speed and everything. Hi, Scotty. Yeah, showed his speed and everything. When the cop said, "What were you doing?" he said, "I was just going down the road listening to an audiobook." You know, and it was at 64. It was Route 64. I think in Kentucky, right, Dad? Or were you in West Virginia by then? I don't remember. But yeah, he's going down Route 64. And they actually put on there that or they actually said he was inattentive. Now, luckily, it still wasn't his fault. It was the other. I mean, it was a Corvette that hit an icy bridge and wiped out in front of him. I mean, it would be hard to argue. But so yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, yeah. Even now, I got to tell you, if you know, if a cop asked me, "What were you doing?" Just driving. Were you listening to, or you know, were you on the phone? Nope. You know, I'd be honest, but I'd only say what has to be said. Were you listening to the radio? No, I wasn't. I was listening to audiobooks, but you don't got to give it up. Only because of when that happened. You know, they said inattentive. So yeah, I just and actually I put on the video when, you know, on the dash cam video, you'll see I say, you know, if anybody has any situation where it may be, you know, important to have the, you know, have the voice from inside, but I just can't see. I can see way more worse things than, you know, what's good. You know, maybe they think the radio was up too loud. You know, which is basically that would be based on the microphone of the dash cam. So, but no, I do not see how. Put some damn flashes on. I do not see how driver-facing cameras can ever help the driver. I guess maybe if you feel it perfect, yeah, or you know, if you're just you know, if you're holding at 10 and 2 perfectly, and there's no radio on and nothing, and you're going down the road, maybe. But any other thing, I think they're going to be able to use something against you. You know, usually when I'm going down the road, you know, usually one hand's on the shifter. You know, if I'm not in any kind of heavy traffic, the other one's on the steering wheel, and sitting back a bit. And yeah, I don't need to see it. Nobody needs to see what I'm doing in the truck. And I don't really know how it's helping insurance rates for any of these companies. It may be helping with the upfront insurance rates, but I think it's hurting in the long run. It's definitely one thing I don't agree with. Um, but hey, guys, I really appreciate it. And if you just joined, go back and watch. We're just talking about some changes to the channel. But again, the history will still be there. We're still going to do the history stuff. I'm going to change some things up. I'm going to work a little bit harder at, you know, editing and stuff. I just feel like there was one I did in the past where I changed the way I did it, and it was actually a little bit lazier way of doing it, and it didn't come out right. I didn't like it. In fact, I actually might delete it and go do it again. That was actually the history of Peterbilt one, and I think I'm going to actually delete it and do it again because I'm not happy with it. I was going to change some things like the thumbnail, some other things, and now, you know, now just needs to start over. So yeah, Scotty, I don't think she felt anything, but her family did. Her family actually lives in New Jersey. I don't know if she actually sees what you're putting on there. She should be watching, but yeah, her family actually lives in New Jersey, and they felt it, and felt it hard enough to know it was an earthquake. Yeah, we have people. All right, you guys saw me earlier. When do you ever look at the bottom of your cup? See, I still left some on there. But anyway, good things to come. You know, dash cam. You'll see it on Tuesday. You'll see why I love it so much. Dog treats. 40 ounces of dog treats. Yes. First, I'm going to get my own footage, but then I'm going to, you know, I'm going to ask other people to start sending it too. You know, if they don't meet up with me or I don't see them. Hey, Trucker Dave's here. Good to see you, Trucker Dave. Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna, you know, ask people, especially subscribers and stuff that have the dogs, to send me video, and everybody has video of their dogs in the truck. I know my dad probably has thousands of hours. I guarantee he has more pictures of his dogs than he ever did of me. But that's okay. His dogs are cuter than me. But um, yeah. So how are you doing, Trucker Dave? And where are you at this evening? By the way, for those of you that are still on here, Trucker Dave and Red has his own YouTube channel, and he does uh, all things trucking. A lot of advocacy, trying to teach people different things and how he feels about things. In fact, if he had jumped in 5 minutes earlier for that question about whether rear-facing cameras are good for owner operators, I think he would have probably went off about it. But um, yeah. Also, if you want to see something pretty cool on his channel, his search for a new truck. He actually sold his old truck when he got a good offer, and then went on a hunt for a new one. He was very picky about it. He was very specific what he wanted. Packard product, 13-speed Cummins, and he, I mean, he went all over the Midwest till he found it. So uh, good, good. Glad to hear you're home. Video protected. Where's home? You're in Wichita. That's right. But yeah, I'll have to give you a call later, Dave. I was actually just jumping off here, but for those of you that are on here, go over and check out Trucker Dave and Red's channel. It is a lot of fun. Um, yeah, he's talked about some advocacy stuff recently, but then go back a bit, and if you want to see his search for the new truck, because it was, I mean, he was all over the place looking at trucks, and finally found exactly what he wanted, and pretty much that's what you have to do. I mean, yeah, yeah. By the way, Scotty, he bought a yellow Kenworth, so you guys might have something in common pretty soon. But anyway, guys, again, I almost got off a couple times, but yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. I really appreciate it, and like I say, remember, you can hold me accountable to it. I may miss a week on some of them sometimes, but I'm determined to stay ahead. I want to stay with the history, and then Taco Tuesday, you guys are going to watch me eat tacos, but it's actually Trucking Product Tuesday. We talk about any trucking product, starting with this dash cam. Second one is actually going to be an app that's going to help a huge problem here in America. Then Road Dog Thursday or Road Pet Thursday, just fun looking at pets. And then Free for All Friday, we'll talk about my week, the previous week. So yeah, hey, thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming on. Feel free to, honey, write my email address down there real quick. Feel free to email me at any time. finchresources@gmail.com. Terry's about ready to write it down. And remember, I am on Instagram, which I don't post too much, but I'm on Facebook, which I'm doing more and more with. The Trucking Resources Facebook page, and that's Trucking Resources. Also, I'm going to start using the community tab a bit more, but I'll talk to you more about that. But guys, thanks a lot. For those of you following up later, watching us later, comment. Let me know what you think of the changes, or hang out and watch some of it. It should be a lot of fun. But thanks a lot, guys.